My God. If NXT Takeover New York did not set the bar or set the tone for WrestleMania weekend, I don't know what would. This was the most unbelievable fucking show I have seen. Every fucking NXT Takeover event, and I say it every time I do a review, every 4 months. These guys, or every 3 months, whatever. These guys put on a hell of a fucking show. I don't believe what I saw. Johnny Gargano wearing the Iron Man costume coming out on his entrance. He is the Iron Man of NXT right now. This guy was put through the ringer and he came out on top. I don't know what Triple H was trying to give Johnny Gargano, but Johnny Gargano got the biggest WrestleMania moment of a lifetime. He got a bigger WrestleMania moment than Stone Cold ever did, or even fucking The Rock, Triple H, or anyone for that matter who has ever had a big WrestleMania moment. If this guy would have been performing in MetLife with Adam Cole in front of 78,000 plus fans, screaming their head off, it would have been bigger than Daniel Bryan winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 30. This was just unfucking believable. How much Triple H put Johnny Gargano through just to give him the title. Unbelievable work by both men. Adam Cole has nothing to be ashamed of. The way they made Adam Cole look was unbelievable. He was outstanding in this matchup. And everybody on this show was great. Only match I didn't like was the UK Championship match. Some people might disagree with me. I didn't particularly care for it. I didn't even think it really belonged on the NXT TakeOver event card. But regardless of all that, we got what we got with that match. The match did still have its high moments during during the UK Championship, but not as good as the other 4 NXT Championship matches that we saw. We kicked off the show with the NXT Tag Team titles with War Raiders versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. These men kicked the show off right. I give this match a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Very solid opener to start off the show. I actually enjoyed everything that happened in this matchup, and for a moment I thought Ricochet and Aleister Black was going to walk out as the new NXT champions. Tag team champions, I should say. I have no complaints on this opener. Solid opener, just the way it should have been, just to start off the show. We then had, and War Raiders won the match, of course. The next match after that was Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle. Now, up to this point, I thought this match was going to be the show stealer of the night. Boy, was I wrong. And this match was pretty fucking good. Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle put on a match that would be great for a mid-card matchup at a WrestleMania event. Well, back in the old days. Nowadays, with this type of match, it would have belonged on the main event of the fucking WrestleMania card. So, that all being said, doesn't say much about WrestleMania these days. So yeah, I was very impressed with this match. Matt Riddle performed extremely well in this match. That Velveteen Dream walked away the way he should have been, is retaining the North American Championship. But Matt Riddle, regardless, did look like a winner even though he lost. These guys walked away with class and good sportsmanship. They shook each other's, well, not shook each other's hand, they fist bumped each other as a sign of respect for one another's work in the ring tonight. And I have to say, great matchup between these two guys. They blended very well. I was very satisfied with Matt Riddle's performance. And Velveteen Dream, every fucking time he comes out at an NXT TakeOver event, he's like Johnny fucking Gargano. This guy is a great performer, a very good entertainer. He had shades of fucking old school charisma like Ravishing Rick Rude, Macho Man Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels. I've said it all before in the past. This guy, Velveteen Dream, is the future of WWE. He is the next Shawn Michaels mixed with Ravishing Rick Rude and fucking Macho Man Randy Savage. He has an outstanding character. He is a larger-than-life type of character that they've made him into being. He is going to be something that I believe should be the face of the WWE. This guy has everything that WWE is looking for. Now, does that mean WWE is going to provide that for him and for us as the audience? Absolutely not. Why would you think they would do something nice for us? They wouldn't do fucking anything nice for us and actually go with something that works. Velveteen Dream does work. Velveteen Dream is beloved by many fans. Whether he's a heel or a face, people enjoy his in-ring work and his charisma. He is the epitome and the bar of what an NXT or what a WWE superstar should be and should have as a character and an in-ring talent. He sells you on everything. He gives you what you are looking for in an old school wrestler. Absolutely love him. Think he's fantastic. Used to hate him. Not anymore. He's changed my attitude, changed my mind. He's not some fucking parading fruitcake that just goes about acting like an ass. Like back in the day when we had the parades and No Way Jose. No, he is not any of those kinds of characters or Fandango. This guy has got it. To be it. To be the man in WWE and hold down a world championship someday in the WWE main roster. If he does not become a world heavyweight champion on the WWE main roster, my God, has WWE gone so south to the point where they shouldn't even be in business. Really, this guy, there's nothing you need to do with him. Just leave him as is when you bring him up and let him do his thing. That's it. Just give him a storyline to work with and he can do the rest. This guy is it. He is the man that could be the face of your company. The franchise of WWE. And I don't care if he's black, green, blue, or whatever. This guy is got the skill set to be the all-around WWE superstar that every promoter wishes they had. And that's a lot of thanks to him and to Shawn Michaels and Triple H's hard work in building and creating this character that Velveteen Dream portrays today. Bottom line. Walter and Pete Dunne, this matchup, of course, did not really come out to what I thought should have been entertaining. I thought it would be, and it didn't really keep my interest. For whatever reason, I don't know why. It kept the fans' interest. I mean, the fans were very loud and vocal about this matchup, and they were super excited when Walter beat Pete. Excuse me, I've been talking for 8-9 hours today at work, and I'm extremely tired, especially after watching this event. So please excuse me for my mistakes that I'm making here and talking in this video. But yeah, Pete people were actually very happy when Walter beat Pete Dunne for the UK Championship. Me personally, I didn't really care. I don't follow NXT UK very much at all. But with him holding on to the title for 685 days, my God, that's a hell of an accomplishment. I don't think anybody has done that in a long time, and be a guy who actually shows up to work on a week to week, or at least every week, once every 2 weeks or so, to give us a championship matchup, or at least show up to perform in front of an audience, unlike Brock Lesnar. Yeah, that's not here or there. We're not here to talk about WWE's main roster bullshit. We're here for NXT's Takeover New York review. So, what else can I talk about? Oh, the Women's Championship match, just before we get into the main event. I'm going to go on record saying this. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, eat your fucking heart out. Good luck trying to meet the standards of this match that we saw tonight at WrestleMania. Because I don't think Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, or Charlotte Flair can get their match to meet the same standard of what Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, and Ori Shirai, I think I pronounced her first name right. Whatever the case may be. Okay, Ori Shirai's matchup meet up to the standards of that match. There is no way Becky Lynch and Charlotte and Ronda Rousey can meet this fatal 4-way women's title match. I am sorry. And not to mention, all 4 women belonged in this match. Shirai got screwed out of her match. Bianca Belair got screwed out of her match to go ahead and be determined number 1 contender against Shirai. And Kairi Sane, well, she got screwed in retaining her championship when she was NXT Women's Champion, and she was also protecting her best friend, and her doing that also included her in this situation. At the end of the day, Shayna Baszler did not get any help from none of her goons. She did it 100% on her own. She picked her spot, took advantage, and submitted Bianca Belair, and this time made her tap out. I was extremely surprised by this because I thought that Shayna Baszler was moving up to the main roster. It seems like she might be staying on the NXT banner for a few more months, possibly. And whenever she loses that title, I guess is when she's going to move into the main roster. But right now, I appreciate WWE NXT Creative for what they did here tonight for Shayna Baszler. I think what they did was the right thing. I don't think Shayna Baszler should have lost the title at all, and she did not. She won cleanly. Thank you, WWE NXT Creative, for your intelligent process of thinking on this situation and getting her to go out looking like a winner. So now if she ends up losing the title at some point, it ain't going to be so bad. Because she was against the wall, really. The odds were stacked against her heavily. And for her to come out and still win was super impressive and shocked the living hell out of me. So, that being that, whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot to give you guys the rankings on these matches. Okay, Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle, 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely a good match. Pete Dunne and Walter, I give it a 3 out of 5 stars, and that's just my opinion. I think a lot of people would have a difference of opinion on that match, so don't judge me. I understand I may have a very different opinion than most people, but that's just how I feel on that match. The women's fatal 4-way match, 4.5 out of 5 stars, because this match could have gone either way to any 4 of these women, and Bianca Belair loses with a tap out to Shayna Baszler from a rear naked choke. Fucking unreal. Great match. And then the final matchup, which I talked about earlier in this video, Adam Cole, baby, versus Johnny Gargano. What more can I say? Johnny Gargano was the Iron Man of this main event. He took everything Adam Cole could throw at him, and he managed to overcome. He kicked out of every single type of finisher known to man. Super kicks, last shots to the back of the head. Everything you can think of that this man could dish out, he kicked out. And then he made him tap out. Not once, but twice. In both falls. Absolutely loved it. The action was great. It got me screaming, yelling, just the way you should feel in a main event match. This match stole the show. I thought Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle was the best match on the card while I was going through this, and that is the third best match, because the number one best match is the World Championship. Second is the Women's Championship matchup in that fatal 4-way. Fourth match is the tag team title match, and then the last match is Walter versus Pete Dunne for the UK Championship. Now, my rating on this matchup for Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole is a 5 out of 5 stars. Hands down, no question. This is not a thing to think about. This is like in a level of like fucking Okada versus Kenny Omega type of shit. Now, Okada versus Kenny Omega, they went to a whole nother fucking level in what they did. An hour-long matchup, non-stop, no pinfall, no nothing, and just beat the living hell out of each other, making Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart look like a fucking walk through the park. But this match, nonetheless, was in that kind of category. It was definitely a matchup that will be looked at as a possibility of being the best match of the year. I can't stress this enough. They threw everything at Johnny Gargano to make you think this guy is the man. He is the Iron Man of WWE. Fuck NXT. WWE in everything. Main roster and NXT wrestlers. Johnny Gargano had the best performance and will have the best performance of this whole entire WrestleMania weekend. There will be nobody that can touch what Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole did this past weekend. I'm sorry to say to Ring of Honor, you're not going to cut it. At least with that match alone, that is one thing. Now, Ring of Honor and New Japan Wrestling could meet up with the overall consensus of their show, but there is no fucking way in hell you can convince me that that match alone is going to be beaten by any other match on any other card. I'm sorry. This match was too fucking good and it got me screaming to the top of my lungs. Literally. I couldn't believe how much involved and invested I was in this match. And this match was made last minute because of an injury. And the best part of that is, speaking of injuries, is Tommaso Ciampa standing on the top of the ramp with Johnny Gargano, and him holding Johnny Gargano's hand up in the air while he held the title. Johnny Gargano holding his title up in the air after he just beat Adam Cole. That was super fantastic. Great image to close out the show. Better than seeing Tommaso Ciampa, smashing him into one of those signs up on the stage and what have you. I enjoyed watching that. And that, to me, is a great image to close out the show of anything that happened to Tommaso Ciampa screwing up this main event. I don't care. Because Adam Cole put on the best match possible. Johnny Gargano looked great. Everyone involved in this match was fantastic. And kudos to WWE NXT to produce such a great matchup like this. I will never, ever forget this match. This match, I believe, is something that people will be talking about for a long time if they're hardcore wrestling fans. Now, if you don't believe this match was any good, get your fucking head examined because you got severe head problems. If you think anything on WrestleMania's main card is going to blow away Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole's match, you're fucking nuts. There ain't no way in hell you can convince me that one of those matches on WrestleMania's main card is going to blow this match away. Not one. Not even at AJ Styles and Randy Orton. I'm sorry. And they got a good storyline going with that, but not even that could outdo this match. I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, leave your comments and opinion down below. Tell me what match you actually enjoyed watching. Hopefully the same match that I did, which was the world title match. It was a really great match. But every match on this card was very fun and enjoyable to watch. So leave your comments and opinions down below. I'll get back to you on that. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to this channel. And hit the like button if you liked the video. And have a great night, guys. Bye.